Kenyan politics is getting messy. Messy, and when I mean messy, I mean messy. Guys, you can't believe it.
Ulinitoa kwa ofisi, lakini kunitoa kwa roho za hii watu ni kibarua. Ni kibarua. Kunitoa kwa roho ya hii watu ya mlima ni kama kukata miti ya mugumo na wembe.
So Gachagua ameattend mazishi, and surprisingly the president of Kenya, of the Republic of Kenya, wanamuita doctor. Nisikia jina yake ingine sijaisikia. They say chill chill. I know most people don't know whether the president of Kenya anaitwa chill chill. See Arab Samoei chill chill. See keep chill chill. Ruto. Remember the moment when Gachagua promised that the funeral venue won't be a place for politics?
You know, when you get a moment, you don't waste it.
Exactly.
You say everything in a relationship that irretrievably broke down, by the way, and was ended. Yep. But they're still having fights about, this is what happened, this is what you did to me.
It makes me wonder, what is this culture we are having in this country where funerals are being turned into full throttle political events or contests? You talked about Rumble in the Jungle, about Kinshasa in your intro, Yvonne. So are we sure as Kenyans that it is okay to make coffins tools of political mobilization? Like picha imewekwa pale yule mtu ambaye ameaga dunia, ama sanduku inawekwa pale, kisha mwanasiasa anasimama, unasema pole kwa familia, hujamaliza, straight into a political battle or political brawl. I think this culture is unbecoming, and I think in future maybe the dead will have to be hidden from politicians if you want them to be respected, because that was not respect for the departed member of parliament and his family. It's important. Yvonne, why are you looking at me like that? Kizungu. Number two.
The dead will have to be what now?
Will have to be hidden from politicians if you want them to be respected. Because respect inasauliwa kwa mazishi, Yvonne.
But Jamila, this is what we do.
It's wrong.
You remember at the funeral of the speaker's late mother?
Yes.
She was lying right there in a coffin, and they beefed and brawled like it was nothing.
It's terrible.
Like they were at the bar.
Yeah.
And had one too many, and now people had lost control. This is what we do, Jamila.
Making it the norm is just wrong.
Yeah.
When culturally, morally, all those things, making it the norm is wrong. Tumalize mazishi, tukutane uwanjani for another function. They should go to Captain Grounds in Nyandarua when there is no funeral there. Na mumenyane hapo mnavotaka. But Yvonne, we talked about it was a brawl. And then, without going into the merits and demerits of what was being said, my question is, should this really, how presidential events are being treated or should be treated? Was this office demeaned? Did everyone forget to stop at some point and say, excuse me, this should not be we should not be having a brawl at an event where the president is attending? I think we need to start listening to now what the president said when he spoke to young leaders. Remember what Rigathi Gachagua had said about Ishungwa and the other people that the president is hanging around with, that he should listen to them? This was the president's response.
Encourage the young people of our nation, the young leaders in Kenya, do not be intimidated. Musitishwe.
I think personally, result kwa makeup. I mean, Gachagua alikaa hivi chini asema, I need to show the president like I'm the one who's in charge of these people. So nikiwaambia kitu lazima watafanya. So if I tell them do this, lazima watafanya.
I understand that. Mimi si wazimu na mimi si mjinga na mimi si mlevi. I know what I'm doing. Na mimi urafiki, mimi nimetengeneza na watu wa mlima hii. Sio urafiki ya siku 2, 3 ama 4. Na mimi naelewa, mtu asiniletee vita yake alete kati yangu na watu wa mlima. Mimi, I know how to work with the people of Mulima.
And the blow-by-blow response or blow-to-blow response did not end there. The president went on to talk about, panga kazi yako na mimi nataka nifanye yangu.
Si kila kiongozi alisema ile atafanya? Ama si kila kiongozi alisema ile atafanya? Si MCA alisema yake? Si mbunge alisema yake? Si gavana alisema yake? Si senator alisema yake? Si mimi nilisema yangu? Sasa kila mtu wewe panga kazi yako ile uliahidi wananchi. Yes. Mimi ninajua vile nitatimiza yangu. Wewe pambana na yako.
And he was not done. He said tutakutana huko mbele.
Na wale wanaongea maneno mingi ni sawa tu. Nitakutana na nyinyi hapa mbele. Na mniangalie vizuri bwana. Mimi naelewa mambo hii Kenya.
You know, Yvonne, this was messy. This was really messy. And I was thinking about even when people are fighting, hata kama mzee na mama wanakosana wanapigana, there is some dignity when they say, watoto hawajalala, watasikia, punguza sauti baba nani, mama nani, that tujaribu ku maintain dignity kwamba sisi ni wazazi hapa. When you hear something like the president being lectured, anaambiwa na kuheshimu lakini sikuogopi. Respect is given with one hand and taken away by the other. Yeah, sikuogopi. What does it mean? Naweza kupigana na wewe. You know, it reminds me of those fights za kufunga shule, sikuogopi. Yeah. And then now, if you don't look at the merits or the demerits of the function or whatever, these optics were bad. And presidential events are supposed to be dignified. Presidential events are supposed to have hadhi fulani, which I think in Nandandwa was lost. And I think it was interesting to see the president responding blow to blow, as we said, because we listened to what Rigathi Gachagua said, and the president responded to each and every point that was raised. In fact, I think the deputy president, Professor Rigathi Kindiki, actually behaved in a way that I think was more appropriate in terms of saying, tuheshimu alifariki, tuheshimu yanayoendelea, he stayed out of the drama, instead of going to in on it and completely kupigana na kujibu everything that was said, going down to that level of what was being said by the former deputy president. I think in my opinion, the president should have said, nimesikia uliyosema, nita address at the appropriate time, not at the funeral service, Yvonne. Yeah,
you remember the promise that he made that he was going to spend, was it 1% of his time responding to, and then 99% saying that he would do his job.
Yeah.
Now, I know what's become of us now that, you know, it's aura for...
So, Gachagua anaambia watu like, nyamazeni. Na nisifanye kusikia nini, sisikie ngwe. So, the moment when Gachagua decided to silence the whole community for the sake of the president, and then some few minutes later, he goes against his own exact words. Akamwa nimepata ka chance. So siacha nikatumie ka chance, akipatikana unakatumia mzuri. So because that was their first encounter in one platform, so Gachagua said, okay, I'm going to use this platform to release out my grief. And he goes on to embarrass the president of the Republic of Kenya, who is William Ruto, publicly, and cautioning him. Alafu sikiza vile anamwambia eti akuje. Can you imagine? Eti you just come, talk with the people, fanya chenye kimekuleta, fanya chenye unaweza, then travel, my friend, travel. And fanya chenye kimekuleta, alafu do what? Travel. Yes, si fair mnafanyia orezo, si fair, nimekataa. How do you tell the president of the Republic of Kenya to fanya chenye kimekuleta and then you disappear? Then travel. Fanya chenye unaweza and then boom, enda. Anyway, it has been a heated conversation, like a funeral. Can you imagine a funeral? It was a funeral gathering. I don't know whatever it was. And then it turned into something else, like it's a political war zone. I think the only person who came up with some respect is the deputy president, Rigathi Kindiki. Ni fire, si fire. Ni fire, see fire. So I mean, he's the only guy who decided to behave decent. Anyway, you tell me what you think about the video. Tell me what you think about the Gachagua and William Ruto. And also, most importantly, don't forget to like, comment, and share.